Hello family, welcome back to yet another edition of the Opolotiversity solutions. And in this video I'm going to show you how I shortened this bracelet for this watch. It came and it was a bit large, so I had to reduce the bracelet, the handles, and to this size. And amongst the tools that I used this thumb tack and this needle nose pliers amongst the tools that I used. So let me show you right away how I did it. Right away. So this is how long the bracelet was, the watch bracelet was, and you realize that we need to remove like 2 pieces. We need to make it shorter by 2 pieces. So that means we're supposed to remove. That means we are supposed to remove these 2 pieces, 1, 2. But before we do that, you realize that most of the watches have arrows to show you where the small pins that act as links into these bracelets are attached. But in this case, we don't have those arrows. So what happens in a scenario where you don't have the arrows? There are some. You just look at the sides of the bracelet. There are some holes, like for example these ones, which are being displayed here. So when you look at this side, the one that has a hole is the one where you're supposed to push your link, your connection link of the bracelet. So when you turn this side, you realize that this side is completely flat. It's flat. There is nothing that you can see as a hole. And when you turn it this side, you see some holes in there. So that means we are supposed to push the pins from this angle, from the top, from this other side. So in scenarios where you don't have the arrows displayed, you just figure it out by yourself, and that's what we are trying to do. So let's start right away by removing this. Let me get my Thumb Tack, which is this one that I'm going to be using as my tool. Then I get my needle nose pliers. So I'm going to show you 2 methods that I can use, but for the first method, let's just use the first method, and for removing the first part. Then for the second part, we shall use the second method. So I will get this Thumb Tack and press it in the hole that I want to remove. For example, I want to remove this hole. This is where I'm supposed to press. So I hold firmly the pliers, then I push the Thumb Tack into that hole with some little energy. I push it harder with some little energy. So once it pulls out, if I use a lot of energy, it can go, the pin automatically moves. Rather, it gets some motion, then it's forced to move out. So what happens is, in case I don't have energy, I don't want to use a lot of energy. Let me just first put it back and I show you. You can just bend your pliers, then target that hole from the upper side. Here you would use less energy. Then push, hold the pliers. One hand is holding as you pushing the watch the bracelet down, just like this. So we can once we see a sign of movement, it's now here out. I just get the pliers and remove it gently. Remove the pin out gently by pulling it out. So this is the pin and this is the other part. So for the second method, we can just use we can just get face towels. I can just get my face towel here and then fold it very well so that I don't damage the watch, because here it's going to involve some knocking of the thumb tack. So I press it downwards, and in the hole we're interested in removing this one here. So I target that hole. So in between the bracelet and the pin, or rather the thumb tack, is where I hold firmly and then I knock gently on the thumb. So once I notice some movement, that means the pin is moving already. So I keep knocking. So you notice that the pin is almost coming out. Let me try to remove it if I can get it out. So this is the pin. We can get it out. So this is the other part that I want to get rid of. So I'll just put it aside and now get the other one, which is this one, and fix my pin back. So still fixing the pin back. It's just a small one. Oops, let me just get it out. So when you notice that if I hold the pin like this, you notice that the part that enters inside is slightly smaller than the part that stays on the outside. So the smaller part is the one that enters into the pin when you're putting the pin back. So let me just hold from the extreme end using my pliers. So putting it back here, I'll get this smaller part into the inside, push it into the inside, then I'll get my pliers and push it harder a little. So on the surface is where I ensure that it is smooth. So I push it, this is it, I push it a little harder from the extreme end so that the pin enters real inside, and that is how I can ensure that it is fitted in well without any interruption. So as you can see, it's already made shorter and it can fit very well. It can fit onto the arm very well. Trying to put it into the arm. Trying to put it onto the arm. And this is how fitting it is. And that's it for this video. Thank you so much.